Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Panic has gripped Kenya Kwanza government. They are worried about Raila Odinga's game plan. Raila Odinga today held a meeting which was convened by Bunge La Wananchi at Jivanje grounds. That meeting is really worrying Kenya Kwanza. In this video, I want us to look at two things. The implication of that particular meeting and the objectives which Raila Odinga wanted to achieve by that particular meeting.
Baba hiyo unga itashuka. Generali.
Before we get into those details, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, let us get back to the main issue. But before we do that, please press that thumbs up button. That's the best way you can support this particular channel. Let us now get to the issue. Raila Odinga today attended a meeting convened by Bunge La Wananchi at Jivanje grounds. Raila Odinga was accompanied by Babu Wino, Embakasi North Member of Parliament. He was accompanied by Jalango Mwenyewe, Langata Member of Parliament, and he was also accompanied by Caleb Amisi, Saboti Member of Parliament. If you look at those people who accompanied Raila Odinga, they were young people. And alongside Raila Odinga was the ghetto president, or the president of the Bunge La Wananchi, Gaucho, who is a known ally of Raila Amolo Odinga.
Bunge La Wananchi, nguvu mashinani. Bunge La Wananchi, nguvu mashinani. Mimi nilialikwa na bwana Gaucho. Aliniambia mimi ati bunge inakutana hapa Jivanji Gardens wakati wa saa ya mchana. Akaniambia mimi nikuje nipate fursa ya kuonana na Bunge La Wananchi ana kwa ana. Ni sababu nimefika. Unajua tangu yale yafanyike usiku ile mpaka leo sijazungumza. Ndio. Nimekaa kimya. Ndio. Ninyi wenyewe mliona yale ambayo yalifanyika. Wizi tu. Unaona ile sarakasi ya mwizi mwingine ambaye vile mwendazimu na yetu Chebukati. Ndio. Tumeona? Ndio baba. Mnaona akikimbia. Ile tume yake wanne wamesema hapana, hii sio kweli. Wawili vile wamejificha.
So from the composition of the people who accompanied Raila Odinga alone, there is something which is coming out. Probably will give Raila Odinga few or 5 more meetings to get it from I know most of you can notice it, but let us give Raila Odinga some 2 or 3 more meetings so that we can get. But the meeting today has implications on Raila Odinga. And the implications are either positive or negative. Let us look let us begin by looking at the positive implications of this particular meeting. Number one, this meeting provides Raila Odinga with the opportunity to reconnect once again with his support base. Raila Odinga disconnected from his core supporters, who are normally the ordinary people on the ground, once he entered into the handshake. As a matter of fact, the handshake disconnected Raila Odinga from the ground. The fact that today Raila Odinga was at Jivanje, sat there, listened to the views, gave his own opinion freely, means he will be able to reconnect with the people. I don't know whether this meeting will end in Nairobi or whether it will go further into other counties. So that's number one. It will reconnect Raila Odinga with his people. Number two is that Raila Odinga will now have the opportunity, or he got the opportunity, to listen to the views of the ground, or the views from the ground. Ground inasema nini? Normally what happens is that leaders have people who brief them. In most cases, some of these people normally lie to them. They will tell them, oh, mheshimiwa, watu wamesema nini nini. But for now, after this meeting, Raila Odinga really understands what the ground is saying. If the ground wants him to continue relaxing, you expect Raila Odinga to continue relaxing. And what are the negative implications of the meeting? Number one, the timing. You know, majority of Raila Odinga supporters believes very strongly that Raila Odinga should not intervene on behalf of Kenyans at this particular time. They want Kenyans to feel the heat or to suffer the consequences of their actions. That is the honest truth. And that's why Raila Odinga spoke about cost of living, the GMO. Raila Odinga also talked of the fertilizer. The timing is not right, because Raila Odinga supporters don't want Raila Odinga out there. Number two, it will also give Ruto and his government the opportunity to fix some of their shortcomings. It always says that it's always said that you let the sleeping dog lie. You don't kick a sleeping dog. The truth is, by pointing out some of these things, and it's hardly 1 month, it's 1 month since they were sworn into office, it means they'll be able to get opportunity to fix or even lie. And that's why yesterday Dennis Itumbi made a post to the effect that they are forming a propaganda wing which will be dealing with Azimio and anything he called disinformation or misinformation. And number three, it will also provide Kenya Kwanza with the opportunity, because they don't have an agenda. They'll provide, Raila Odinga is providing them with an agenda. And that agenda is going to be none other than Raila Odinga. Remember how Ruto used to operate in the last government? When Uhuru was the president, he would take, like, for example, this issue of GMO. I'm sure if Ruto was not the president today, Ruto would be planning series of lies in several counties how GMO is bad. So Raila Odinga will now become an agenda. But what are some of the objectives which Raila Odinga wanted to achieve with this particular meeting? What were some of the objectives? Why is this meeting causing anxiety in Kenya Kwanza? That's the question. Number one, there's a chance that it can actually engineer a rebellion against the government. And that's why Kenya Kwanza is worried. You know, Kenya Kwanza got into office, and so far nobody is even challenging them. Everybody just wants them to continue ruling, which means Kenyans are really not very happy. Their happiness is being suppressed. So they are suppressing their anger. The only person they lack now in this country is someone who can lead them into a rebellion. If Raila Odinga can use this Bunge La Wananchi effectively, then he can use them to create rebellion against the government. Bunge La Wananchi has serious networks. They can communicate bad things about the government, and Kenyans will continue becoming angry every single day. So the truth is, Raila Odinga can use this Bunge La Wananchi to engineer a rebellion. Raila Odinga talked of cost of living, and he warned Kenyans that the cost of living is going to increase. What is that? What do you think can bring a revolution or a rebellion against a government other than the cost of living? If Uhuru Kenyatta was removed from, if Uhuru Kenyatta was defeated and Raila Odinga, Uhuru and Raila Odinga were defeated because of cost of living, and that cost of living is now up. So that's the first thing. Number two, Kenya Kwanza is also worried because Raila Odinga is likely to use this Bunge La Wananchi and this kind of forums to expose Kenya Kwanza lies. You know, Kenya Kwanza made so many lies in the last election, and most Kenyans believe them. For example, William Ruto was very categorical that the high cost of living, the high cost of fuel in the country was not occasioned by external factors, which is the Ukraine and Russia conflict. William Ruto was very categorical that it was just abunwasi. That's what he said, and people clapped for him. Now he has the opportunity to lower the cost of fuel in the country. But the global cost of fuel is not coming down very fast. The truth is, even as we speak, fuel is supposed to come down a bit. But William Ruto removed the subsidies. So which means even if it were to decrease, it will not decrease to the level he found them when Uhuru was the president. So Raila Odinga is likely to expose them. Number three, why they are worried is that Raila Odinga will now be able to reconnect directly with the people. Once you reconnect with the people, then you can easily do whatever you want with them. Uhuru Kenyatta committed one mistake, which I know he's regretting. Once he became the president in the second term, Uhuru Kenyatta knew that he didn't need the votes, so he detached himself from ordinary people. Raila Odinga, who was in handshake, also used the opportunity to disconnect. William Ruto saw an opportunity and connected with the ordinary masses. William Ruto understands the game, that he had to connect directly with the masses. Raila Odinga is now going out there trying to reconnect with the masses. Will he be able to persuade them to join him? Or will some still insist on supporting or continuing with William Samoei Arap Ruto? So that is the biggest worry, but that is one of Raila Odinga's objective, to use Bunge La Wananchi to reconnect with the people. And number four, the scandals in this country. That is one thing which is worrying Kenya Kwanza. Already, there is a mega scandal in fertilizer. And Raila Odinga asks these people, who is pocketing the 3,500 from fertilizer? Because the Russian government gave free fertilizers to the country. And those free fertilizers are what is being distributed and are being sold. The government is not in the business of selling fertilizers. So who is benefiting from those free fertilizers which were supposed to benefit farmers? So Raila Odinga is likely to continue exposing this kind of corruption. And that is why these people are worried. And lastly, Kenya Kwanza is worried because of the GMO, genetically modified foods. Raila Odinga told Kenyans during a short press briefing that Europe has already refused GMOs, those developed countries. But remember, William Ruto is a puppet of the American. And the America is very clear that they want this GMO in the market. But there are medical challenges. In fact, Raila and Kibaki are the ones who refused to allow them. Ruto became the president, the first thing was to allow the GMOs. So it's another headache which William Ruto is actually dealing with. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and please have a good day. Bye-bye.